They didn't understand that this strategy only works on a sim account due to unrealistic fills. If you're wondering how to find the best trading strategy, same. Haha, just kidding. I've got mine. But anyone who sells you a course on how to trade is either knowingly or unknowingly scamming you. Because if it could be taught with instructions you'd find in a course, those instructions could be automated, and you'd end up with an unprofitable algorithm. Discretion is what makes a non-working system work, and this video on the top right proves that, as well as shows you how to find the best strategy for you. Brokers and trading platforms. Let's keep this simple. I'm not going to go over commissions because that'd be like talking about which stores sell the cheapest bananas. I use NinjaTrader and think it's the best for most traders. This is partly because you can trade with lines on the chart and brackets on your entries, all sorts of other stuff. I'm sure in time that other platforms will catch up to this. They now own Trade-of-8 and that's a great option as well. I have a full tutorial on NinjaTrader in the top right that covers everything in less than 6 minutes. Again, for now, it's probably the best trading platform and broker for most traders. If you need something more niche, then you can do your own exploration. Many platforms you trade on will cost money to use, including many of the ones here, but NinjaTrader is free. Again, there are more options out there, but I'm not trying to spend 30 minutes on this section. Since all futures are just buying or selling contracts, it's probably the most simple thing you can trade. There's so much opportunity for leverage, as you've seen from how much money a point of movement is worth, and that value is different for every market. There's no PDT rule, and the ability to scale in size is insane. 10 points on ES with 10 contracts is $5,000, so just think about that for a second. Since it's just contracts, the platforms are very simple and beautiful. You think it's going to go up, click the buy button. Want to close the position, click the close button. Think it's going to go down, click the sell button. Extremely simple. You'll also find a great bid-ask spread on popular markets like ES and NQ, their micro contracts, oil, bonds, and more. It won't be as good on less traded markets like deli ham and turkey balls. The guy at the grocery store will not understand what you're trying to do. Also, 60% of futures gains are taxed at the long-term capital gains rate, and the other 40% is taxed at whatever income bracket you're in, which ends up saving you a huge amount of money once you start making money. Now that you understand margin requirements and all that technical stuff, what size account should you have? Well, you should be on a sim account if you're just starting out, because trading with real money as a beginner would be like entering a piano competition after just watching one YouTube video and not actually playing. But for trading something like NQ at $20 a point, if you find yourself having daily profit and loss swings of around $400 and the margin requirement is currently $1,000, you're obviously going to want to have several thousands in your account. You could always deposit more money if needed, but it's nice to not have to deal with the pressure of being a few trades away from the margin requirement. Apply that same line of thinking to micros and just divide by 10 to find a good account size. Futures are a double-edged sword. You can make a lot of money in a couple minutes, but you can also lose that much. Scaling from micros to minis is one way to slowly size up, but that's not realistic for all trading styles. That's why I'm personally trading through a prop firm. By doing this, you can trade meaningful size, like minis, with someone else's money. You keep almost all of the profits, and they take the losses if you lose the account. All you have to do to get funded is to pass an evaluation, hitting a profit target before a max loss amount over a series of days. The only cost from you is paying for the evaluation. Prop firms are a tool that can be used responsibly or irresponsibly, and you should only take this route once you've got a strategy down. For me, taking this route was much cheaper than trading my personal money on NQ, literally saving me thousands of dollars. TopStep is currently one of the most popular firms, but if you look at this image, trade days evaluation accounts are significantly easier to pass. One of the things you'll hear about futures is how great they are because they trade almost 24 hours a day. While that might be true, regular market hours following the New York Stock Exchange is where the big action happens for most markets. You can still trade outside of these hours, but volatility and volume will be lower. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think futures brokers tend to blow the trading hour stuff out of proportion sometimes. So as long as you adapt to conditions being slower, go right ahead. The video in the top right goes over that more if you're interested. Also, this video was specific to learning futures, but if you're looking for a full guide on how to get started with trading, I have a 1-hour guide that took me 3 months to make on my channel. I made a futures guide 2 years before this one, but it was really bad, and so that's why I remade this. Thank you very much to my patrons for supporting the work I do, and stay tuned for some more frauds to get exposed.